Welcome to Maker Conversations. I'm your host, Tiff Marchand from NIGHTCARVER Designs. And today on the show, my guest is Emily Joyce Official. Emily is an enamel artist, and she makes some really, really cool nostalgic pieces. She and Made by Marylou are good friends, and we all just wanted to get together and hang out and chat. So it was a really fun experience. We talked about a little bit of everything and anything, as we do on this show. And I hope you really get to enjoy getting to know her. She's really, really cool. If you're enjoying the show and you want to help support it, I have opened my Patreon back up. It is patreon.com/makerconversations. And there's 4 tiers on there now, as low as $3. So come join in and help support the show. And a huge thank you to Ricky TV for being a top tier member for the last, like 8 months. So thanks, man. I appreciate it. Okay, guys, enjoy the show. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We literally don't have an agenda. Usually we just kind of chit chat and find out about you. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. It's
awesome.
Very loose.
Great. I was just sitting here and I looked at my Instagram and I saw that you had scrolled all the way to the beginning.
I did. I ventured down.
How long did that take? Because every time I try to go there, I get sidetracked. Like I can't make it because I think of something else and I go do something else. Like I never made it to the bottom.
A minute.
Or like my internet's really slow.
You have to do it on a desktop. You do it on your phone. It's way too slow. It's desktop, and then you just.
I don't know if I've ever been on Instagram on a desktop.
It's ugly. It's really. It really is.
Yeah,
it's a very weird experience.
It is. Everything's on the side.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll do that.
Yeah. No. And there's no like dark mode. It's just weird.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That's what freaks like me out big time. Is just how white it is.
Yeah. Like, this is a website.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Yeah.
But for stalking purposes, it's great because it loads much faster.
Yeah. So you got to see it from the very start.
Yeah, I was telling Marylou how intentional your start was. I like that.
Yeah, I saw your first post.
Yeah, begin.
It's very sweet. Yeah.
Thank you. Before pandemic,
I noted that 2019. Yeah.
Weird, right?
2019. That was the beginning. Oh my
That's the beginning. That was the beginning of Emily Joyce Official. That's one thing I actually want to talk to you guys about, because I've been wanting to change my handle because in 2019, whenever that was, like, I don't know, it was November.
Your dog literally just tried to eat the microphone.
She doesn't know. His name's Jack. He's new. We got him 2 weeks ago. He's such a cute little dude. So I wanted to bring him to show everybody, because I've been keeping him on the
Looks like my dog, honestly, which is really funny.
Yeah, he's just a white dog with 3 spots. They called him 3-hole punch at the pound. I think that's hilarious. But anyway, I wanted to ask you guys, because like I've not liked my Instagram handle since 2019.
Okay.
Because when I first started, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do Emily Joyce, but I have another Instagram account that's just strictly like my kids, and it's it's a private account, and so I wanted to keep it separate. So I was like, oh, well, this will be my unofficial account, and then this will be official. So I was like, Emily Joyce Official.
That makes sense.
But then it just got out of control, because then I started branding everything as like Emily Joyce Official, and now I don't like it anymore. I just want to be like Emily Joyce. But there's so many. Well, you can't, like, you just can't. You could be Emily.Joyce. That's taken. Yeah. Emily_Joyce is taken. Emily Joyce 1. I don't know.
You can change your name and then revert. Like, you know what I mean? You can change the other account to something else and then make this one Emily Joyce.
That's true. I don't know. I really like my other account name too, though.
I like. You can definitely change your name to whatever you want.
I know, but then I'd have to redo all my business cards and all my package. I had to wait till all the boxes. Like another dumb thing that I did when I first started was, I bought boxes with my name on them, and I thought it was such a good idea. And I was like, oh, I'm so professional. Look how fancy I am. People just kept giving them back to me because they were like, what am I going to do with this box with your name on it? I can't even regift it. And so I was like, I never even thought of that. I just thought like, oh, I'm just going to, I wanted it to be like,
Super
if you're,
adorable.
yeah. And plus, like, if you're spending a nice amount of money on a work of wearable art, like,
Yeah.
it should come in nice packaging. So I
Mhm.
invested like way too much money on those stupid boxes, and then everybody kept giving them back. And then I was like, well, maybe if somebody gives them back, I'll say, oh, you get $5 off your next order. I'm spiraling out of control, but like I literally just bought 300 black boxes 2 weeks ago. So that's over. No more Emily Joyce official boxes. So now that those are, the
So
boxes are
you're ready
gone,
now.
yeah, I can change. I can do whatever I want. I could even make up like a fun name, like NIGHTCARVER. Like that's a great name for a like
Thank
your
you.
company. I love that. There's another jeweler on here, not on here. She's not here with us. On Instagram, she calls herself the Silver Poet.
I don't
Um,
know.
oh, it's great. She does really, I mean, her work's very poetic and beautiful and dark. And I just think that's such a great name for
Want to look now?
yeah, I don't think that's actually her handle. Her handle,
Ah,
but her website says Silver Poet. I think she's Teresa Kiplinger. That's
it's
her name.
really hard to pick a branding name. Like I know Marylou, yours you picked right away. That's been made by Marylou forever, right?
Well,
Oh,
my Instagram is my original Instagram. Like it was my personal Instagram for forever, but then when I started branding myself, yeah, it's been made by Marylou. However, I didn't want the underscore.
Right. Neither do I.
But I was gonna be mean. I'll be nice. Some old lady has made by Marylou. And I DM'd her and I was just like, hey, is there any way I could have this name? Because I see you're not doing anything. But I was like, I offered to like make her something in exchange, like I was really
super
nice
nice
about it.
offer.
And
Yeah.
I just got ghosted.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've thought about like changing my logo like so many times, or just my name too.
Yeah.
And I don't know though. I'm just kind of like, it is what it is.
Yeah. That's the other part of me. It's like you just suffer through it, Emily. You just did it. It is funny. Some people think it's funny. Some people probably think I'm trying to be more official than I'm not. Also, I don't care that much. I just, I'm at the point where I can change it now because I'm out of everything.
I like your name because it reminds me of one of my favorite comedians, like Instagram's name,
What's
which
that?
is official Sean Penn.
It is funny. Like when I hear that, I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like funny because it's like a woman who has nothing to do
That's
with
pretty
Sean
awesome.
Penn.
Yeah.
And her account is just huge and it's just like a hilarious account.
Yeah.
So
All right, I'll have
whenever
to
I
look
see
it up.
Emily Joyce official, I'm like, and just because I know you, it's like
Extra
Yeah.
special.
yeah, like I don't know, I just like it.
I've
But
All right,
had
I'll have to look her up.
I've had several names, like several. I've
sorry.
changed more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times I've changed my name.
Really? Good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That makes me happy to hear.
Yeah.
I was watching Hamilton the other day with my middle child, and there's this one part. I haven't seen the whole thing. Like I cannot sit through the entire anything. But I got to this one point, and there's this one song where he's like, A. Dot Ham. That's how he signed his things, and I was like, maybe I could be E. Dot Joy, because that's. But then that was also taken. But I
Oh,
maybe I could
sad.
do something with that, like E.Joy.studio.
Yeah.
Jewelry, wearable art, something. We'll figure
Yeah.
it out. So I'm thinking about it.
The possibilities are endless.
Right.
Yeah.
I definitely say don't be afraid to do it. If it's something that you want to do, just jump into it because
Yeah,
it's
I
just
just need
gonna
to do
feel
it.
better. Yeah. I do like the name though. It is fun. Nobody has official in their name unless
Yeah.
they're famous or for something,
Right.
We just
Right.
get you the check now.
Right.
Verified.
Everybody follow Emily Joyce official.
See it. Blow me up.
Blow her up, everybody. Me too while you're at it.
Yeah, blow us all up.
Yeah.
World.
World.
Listeners.
What got you
Sorry.
into the materials that you use? I'm really curious about that.
So I went to school for enameling.
Okay.
And it was this degree at the college I attended, Cleveland Institute of Art. And I want to say like 7 years later, they just got rid of the entire enameling department. So there is no more enameling degree anywhere in the United States of America.
Wow.
So I have this very important, very
Elite.
special,
Very official.
student loan payment. No, it's a very special degree. And I love enameling. I think it's a process that I don't think anybody could ever master. There's so many different avenues you can go. So I like it. I like it because of that. I've tried them all. I can create different techniques like cloisonne or super fancy techniques like plique-ajours. I just
Speaking a foreign language to me
right
now.
I know, but they're just like they're processes that are with leaded enamel. They take a lot of time. One little mistake, the piece is
It's
ruined.
over.
Yeah, and I'm not clean. I'm not patient, and I can't focus on one thing like that special that long. So I just basically do your basic enameling techniques. Although I do love imagery like antiques and vintage things. So I love to use like found objects that I go searching for in my art, like, anything. But I'm very picky about my objects. Like I won't buy anything off eBay. Like I don't buy things off the computer or from somebody I don't know. I have a lot of rules, but I will go to this one antique store, and if I see something there, I'll purchase something. I really like when people give me things, like, because then they have a story that comes with it. So like everything has its own story or meaning, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then using it just makes me feel better, and it makes for a really good story also, I think. So that's where did you even ask me where I got my imagery? I don't even know what the question was,
but
Tiff.
What were the materials? Why you got into the materials? Yeah.
Yeah, enamel, copper, steel, found objects, rulers. What am I using?
I asked why. I asked the reason.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
That's what I really love about your work, is that it is a story that you're telling.
Yeah.
And all these pieces, and you can, like, just looking at it, you can see it. And there's like a feeling that you get when you look at it. And I'm like, dude, that is art, because I am moved.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I'm working on this project right now that what I normally do is like find the thing and then start creating it. And the story always just kind of comes with it because it sparks memory, or it sparks like stories told to me by other people. And then I remember something that had happened or whatever, but it always usually starts with the object. But right now I'm working on a piece that started with the story, because I have this like story that I want to tell. So the piece I'm working on is just like taking the world's longest time. I don't know what my problem is this month. I'm pretty sure it's the dog, number one. And number two, like February is just such a funny time. I just don't really want to work very hard right now, and I'm tired all the time. And February this is like the most problematic month for me. I just cannot get going.
I
do show up every day. Like I'd still like go in the basement and turn the lights on and sit there and like putz around and clean something or organize something, but I've been having a hard time like moving forward like I normally do. I normally just like bleh. out work,
Yeah.
like like really fast, and like I can't stop, and I'll wake up really crazy hours in the morning and get work done. But right now I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna sleep in. I'm tired.
It's a weird month.
Yeah, it is a weird month, and it's
Where do
short.
you
It's almost
live?
over. I live in Newberry, Ohio. It's a small township right outside Cleveland.
Okay.
I'm about 40 minutes outside of Cleveland.
I say, is it the weather that's making you feel that way too?
It's like yeah, but
It's
it's
just
also
been gray here for
yeah,
like this entire month. It's just been gray outside. Like,
yeah, it's just been
yeah.
bad. Right
Yeah.
now we're having a storm, and the storm is
Same.
literally happening right here. Like I'm very sad we're not going to get a snow day. Like my face is all rain, but up here is like a snowstorm.
Oh, wow.
And I wish we had the snowstorm because then my kids would be home from school and then
We are currently having a
party all day.
snow and ice storm. Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna have a snow day
Yeah.
tomorrow.
It's vacation, so
Oh, what's
Mhm.
vacation? Where are they?
they have vacation from school.
Oh, nice.
For what?
February
Nice?
vacation.
Or are you like it's nice?
Yeah. It's always wonderful to have your
Great.
children home while you're trying to work.
Yeah, I love it.
Super
That's
fun.
my favorite
No,
thing.
my in-laws actually took them since Monday night. They actually just came back. So
Yeah.
I had 2 nights off. It was really, really nice. It is. It's a good shoulder shake worthy moment. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
I
freedom
like
at my house. Wow.
that's really nice. That's really
It
nice.
is.
We're lucky to have my parents live very close.
That's cool.
Yeah, the kids went there Friday night. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I appreciate you. They always listen.
That's awesome.
Aw.
I love you guys.
Hi, Emily's parents.
Hey, actually, that's true.
They'll be really happy to hear that. So yeah, I just live in Ohio. I'm an Ohio gal.
Ohio
Yeah.
gal.
I don't really know what that means.
What made you go to school to do enamel? Like, is it just something that you've been doing since you were younger? Like, it
No,
seems-
I went to school. I went to art school because there was literally no other place for me to go. I don't have a lot of other skills. Like
or
maybe,
interest.
yeah, like maybe if I were, maybe if I were going to go to college now, then I'm 39, like I would go maybe for writing, like maybe I would do
I could see
that,
that.
or
Me too.
yeah, like that would
Yeah.
be really, I
Yeah,
would love to do that, Marylou. Like I think
Yeah.
I think I would do really well with that.
Yeah,
Um,
same.
what would you write about? Do you ever think about
I
that?
write about.
Yeah.
Well, in all my past writing classes, I was always like strongly encouraged to write about all the stuff that I know. So I guess like my life experiences and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I'm like a huge like I live in the clouds. I like fiction. I'm dreaming all the time. So I don't know. I'd just probably like make up stories. I'd
Yeah.
love to be like I'd like to write like a lot of short stories. Just so I can like get this thought out and then move on instead of like kind of focusing on something. But I don't know, in my lifetime I'd like to write some movies too.
Oh, I
That'd be
could
awesome.
totally see you doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I recently wrote a short film and it was really nice to kind of like use that skill again and be creative and make up conflict out of nothing and and kind of just like try to tell a story in a short amount of time. I like that challenge. Because it's easy to like write like or just do something that's like long-winded, but it's really hard to do that in a short format and keep people engaged and stuff like that. So I don't know. Yeah, I always think that if I go back to school, it would be for writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had to do it again, I would have, I feel like if I had to do it again, I would have a lot more options. But at the time, I didn't have very many options and I didn't have very good grades. And I had a very low, all my test scores were extremely embarrassingly low. Like Like, wow, who was watching me? Mom.
I was going to
Like,
say,
no, I'm just
apparently
kidding.
not your mom.
Yep. Dad. Like, no, but I had this art teacher who was extremely, extremely supportive and was like, you can't not do anything. You have to go to school to do art, you know. So she had me look at a ton of art schools. And at the end of the day, you know, money and
Mm-hmm.
you know, time, because I only had 1 year to put a portfolio together to apply. I went to CIA and it was right down the road, and you know, I got a little apartment and loved every second of it. You know, it was great. And then I went and got my master's in art education. So I taught, like I really focused on teaching I taught for 12 years,
Wow.
13 years. And then I took 2 years off and I'm back teaching this year, but part-time, which is how
Wow.
teaching should be, in my
Yeah.
personal opinion. Like,
I say you probably love it because you're just having it part
Like
of the
all
week.
teaching?
yeah,
Or
like
just
like
art?
all teaching would be awesome if it was like a la carte. Like, like I'll do this day for 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's so nice to be able to like go in and interact with kids, but not get caught up in meetings and, you know, testing schedules or
Yeah.
whatever heck I was doing for 12 years, like feeling like a crazy person. But you know, at that time, teaching, that was when my kids were little, and it just, I don't know, it made sense, I think. Or I didn't think I could do it. Like I didn't think I could make money doing what I'm doing
Doing
now.
art. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I always say to people like, "Oh, I wish I would have started sooner." But I wouldn't even know. I couldn't have. Like
Mhm.
the path I chose is the path that was right for me. So it all worked out.
That's
I-
beautiful.
It is.
Thanks.
I
You
think
are a
too,
writer.
though, you definitely are. What would you write? Actually, we never got to that.
Oh,
Mhm.
scary stories and haikus.
Ooh.
Oh.
Totally. I write haikus all the time on Instagram. I wrote one today. It's in my stories. Go check it out. I think they're hilarious. I think haikus are really beautiful and can be really like powerful. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I talk a lot and I can't stop and I get off on tangents. So haikus for me are like a really nice way to just like simplify and like calm down. And scary stories because I love scary movies. I love scary everything. Like I like scary stuff.
Oh, you
So
and Tiff would
Oh,
get
hello,
along.
friend.
I know, because I love all of your stuff, Tiff. Like that's why
Oh,
I'm
thank
so
you.
excited to talk with you, because I'm such a fan of like your skulls and especially your Ursula.
She's over
Um,
there.
I can't wait. I want to send you a photo too when I had to scroll through my camera roll later. I've been wanting to send you this photo of my Halloween costume
Oh,
from
yes.
I think it was 2019, the last time I officially dressed up for Halloween. But you would really appreciate it, and I go all out.
Oh, all right.
But
Ooh.
you know,
Please, yeah.
no one's invited me to a Halloween party. That's also not true. I just haven't shown up. And but maybe I will this year. Yeah, I'll get my act together. I want to be Edward. I'm just gonna let the cat out of the bag. Like I want to be Edward Scissorhands. I think that would be such a
That
fun
would be
costume to
so
create.
good.
So
And I
good.
already have all the scissors. I'm gonna make them out of cardboard. I have some
Oh,
real
cute.
ones that are broken that are like those black handles with the really long metal tips, which are
Yeah.
so beautiful. So I want to do that, and I want to be the Edward Scissorhands that is got the black underneath his white, uh, the white polo shirt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got
Oh,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know what I
That's
want.
gonna be amazing.
Thanks. Just wait. 3 years.
3.
I was like, maybe you're just uninspired right now because you really want to make this project and you're thinking maybe it's too early to start, but
No, I should just start it.
dive in.
Yeah.
Yes.
If the problem is sometimes I know like if I let myself go that route, like nothing else will get done until
Mhm.
that's done.
There's a
And if I
fact
have
of
enough
needing money.
that whole part of like
Mhm.
living, You know, I'm putting gas in your car.
I get it.
Those are important.
I made random ashtrays today, and for no reason to make money, just because I needed to use a tool. I'm like, I'm just gonna make ashtrays today. Like, I don't know.
It.
This came out of nowhere. But sorry, what were you gonna ask,
That's
Marylou?
what's up.
I did.
Nice. I was just gonna ask, so you get like really hyper fixated on like one project at a time, and then just see it through to the end?
Sometimes I see it through to the end. Sometimes I will completely abandon it, but I'll leave it on my desk to look at.
Yeah.
I did that right now. Like last year, I started a set of 8 library cards, those enamel on copper library cards with pockets.
They're so
and they're just sitting at, like, they're just propped up, and I sometimes I touch them and I like look at them and I'm like, oh, this is such a good idea. And I'm like, sit down. I don't have time for you. Do something else right now.
I like how you leave them though, just so they can taunt you. Really, it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Hey, remember me? Hey,
yeah, I'm right here. But there are some things like I won't abandon it unless it's like super really crappy, which happens all the time. Like there are things. I have a little bin and it's called just the SHIT. Are we allowed to swear?
Oh, you can swear.
Oh, it's on the shit box. It's just like all over here, and I just throw it in there and I put the lid on and I'm just like
I throw mine outside when I'm sick of them because it's wood.
You can burn them.
Burn it. Yeah. So I have a gremlin outside just laying on the fire pit, just waiting.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Mine you can't burn. It's like a permanent thing. What are you guys working on right now? Besides your ashtrays?
Besides the ashtrays, I have a bowl I started that I want to get back to, but it probably won't be until after Workbench because I'm trying to just more focus on that right now because it's next week. So kind of preparing for that. And then I just finished knocking out an order. So I don't know. More prototyping. I think I'll be back to prototyping when I get back from Workbench, which is nice because I'm doing a whole new product.
Do you feel like when you go places like that, that it's hard to start something new? Because you almost know that you're going to go to Workbench and just be completely inspired, and you're going to come home with like, fire coming off of you.
This project that I'm working on right now, the prototyping, is because like after going to Workbench last year, I like made a bunch of different choices and I'm like, I'm going to do this. I have this idea and I really want to execute it and I know I can do it. So like I'm still in that process. It's just taken so long as every step takes. Leaving your job and changing your life takes a while. So
I know it does.
And learning how to use this laser has been an adventure. I'm just so scared of it.
Yeah. I totally understand. I'm about to make a big tool purchase and I don't know how to use it.
That's I have no clue.
I have no clue what I'm doing.
Spent $8,000 and I'm like,
yeah. But eventually, like when you take the time to do it, you will master it. It just takes that amount of time.
Yep.
Now, Marylou, are you going to go to this conference also?
I am. I'm going to be the videographer there.
That's awesome, Marylou. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thanks.
Oh, I can't wait to look forward to seeing that. That's amazing.
Are you going?
Me? No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was happening. Like I know about that conference. I don't know. It's at a bad time and I'm not an attender of things all the time.
Yeah.
Like I always want to go to Maker Camp and I want to go to workshops and do all these things. And then I just get super nervous and social anxiety and I just stay home.
Well, you were injured that one Maker Camp.
I broke my ankle and then I fell into the that was a very bad time of my life. Yes, I broke my ankle. Then I was healed, had the cast off, was walking in my yard and sprained my ankle again.
Oh, geez.
And I almost feel like a sprain is worse sometimes because you can't, it was terrible. And I'm very active. Like I have a lot of energy. So I have to utilize my energy every day. Or else I just go crazy around my house or I yell at everybody or power clean. I don't know what I do. So I was kind of stuck on the couch for a long time. I just fell into this really bad depression for It lasted a very long time. But once I was healed and kind of got my act together, I was better. But that's why I didn't go to maker camp, because I broke my ankle and was sad.
Yeah.
Wah,
Yeah,
wah.
I get social anxiety too. And it takes me like a long time to recover after those events.
Oh yeah.
Like I need to recharge.
Yeah.
And because I'm very like introverted and like to be alone.
It's funny. It's like, it's like I want to be, I imagine myself being much better than I am. But then every time I'm in public and then I come home, I just like think about all the things I said.
Oh, I do that too.
I think that's just
I'll
normal.
just repeat it over and over again in my
Why did
head.
I do
'cause
that?
it's so stupid.
Yes.
And then when you edit yourself on a podcast and you hear the things you said sometimes,
Oh God, I don't even want to
cut it
know.
right out.
So that was one of my goals for 2022, was to start a podcast. I even have a podcast name in case
Oh,
I ever do start it, which is it's gonna be called Sugar Fired, which is an enameling technique, and it was gonna be like I was gonna talk to a bunch of enamelists, but I can't stay up late. Like
awesome.
this is very late for me. Like I'm very tired, and I don't think that, you know, I don't know. I feel like I would just blabble on like I'm doing now and not be able to really truly listen. I don't know. And my voice annoys me when I hear it. So that's the other part of it. Hard.
I think that's all people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except for Marylou, who has this like very nice.
Sometimes I annoy myself.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
I'm like, ew.
That makes me feel. Yeah. So I didn't do that, which is fine. I don't want to do that now. It was just, I thought that would be a good idea because there's space for it in the podcast world. There is not one enameling podcast out there. So
Is Sugar Fire taken on Instagram? Because that's kind of a cool name. I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm just saying. Like
you said it. Face ID. Didn't work.
You said it, and I was like, "That's cool, right there."
That is a cool name.
Sugar Fired. Nope, it's Sugar Fire Dock, Sugar Wood Fired Bistro.
It's available.
There's no Sugar Fire. There's Sugar Fire Dock. Who is this person? Carla.
Fuck Carla.
I always look. When was your last post? It was February 15th. So she's relevant.
It's all right. You'd be Sugar Fired.
I'd be Sugar Fired. Like
you'd come up first and this, you know.
Sugared fire. No, that's silly.
The stuff you make, I think, is fun because, you know, Marylou was saying that it makes her feel something. You do a lot of things that are very nostalgic, like the little playground thing that you had recently, like that whole series, you know, like it makes you think of childhood. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Thank you. I really love the playground series. And one thing I'm working on, the project I'm working on now is building an actual playground, but like a miniature playground, but not Polly Pocket, you know, like you can't see how big this is, but it's pretty big.
Oh, okay.
But as in small sculpture, I want to do small sculpture.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be so cool.
I don't know, like the end result. In my mind, I imagine a playground. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I still can't get over the merry-go-rounds, so I'm still making merry-go-rounds. I have ideas for all the other objects. Like I want to do a seesaw, and I have a slide, and a swing set, which I've done a prototype of a swing set. I just need to do the real deal.
Dude, that all sounds adorable.
That'd be so cute. But then each equipment piece has a different story. You'll see. You'll see.
You'll see, everyone.
You'll see. You guys. World.
You'll see, universe.
Are we on YouTube? Are we gonna be on the YouTube?
You will be on the YouTube.
Yep. Hi, YouTube. I'm working on that too. That's another goal of mine, is to get some videos on there. I don't even know why, just in case like Instagram ever just like whatever.
It feels like Instagram is
Mm-hmm. It
It
does.
is so.
What happened, Instagram? What happened to you? It's like they're teenagers right now, and they maybe they'll come back. Maybe it'll come back to us when it turns 18, because right now it's just
Yeah.
like disobedient.
I did an
Sucks.
experiment last year and I started posting the same things that I was posting to Instagram, to TikTok. And I'm already almost matching my following on TikTok.
Oh,
Like, there's
really?
just so many more people consuming over there. Like, it
I
just
know.
shot up quick. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And I wish what I could do, and maybe I'll start doing this, is like start on TikTok and then post that TikTok to Instagram as a reel. I do that sometimes. Like TikTok is so fun to just sit and watch. Like I feel like
Mhm.
we watch so much TikTok. Um, and at least for me, that's where I've been spending most of my time. But then when I go to Instagram, I get irritated about videos. Like I want to see more pictures, but I can't help but still love the video. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there is a part of me that is like, oh, I do like this media. I don't know, I'm conflicted. But yeah, Instagram's been super goofy lately. The algorithm gods hate me right now. They're like, oh, you don't post every day? We're not even going to
Dude.
show your followers your stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. I don't even care.
Right. I know. Instagram it just feels like stale,
Yeah.
like in comparison to TikTok, because TikTok is very entertaining.
Yeah.
And then you go to like Instagram, and for a while I thought it was just because of like I follow a very specific
Too many woodworkers.
yeah, like it's all the same content,
Mhm.
and so, and then trends from TikTok happen on Instagram like 2 weeks or a week later, and
Right.
I'm just like, done seen this,
Yeah, we're done with
heard
you.
this song. That
Right.
song is old now. And so it's just like, yeah, it's a very weird experience, but I think what does make it kind of like more annoying is that it's just not pushing your content to people.
Mhm.
Right.
Whether that's your followers or new
Ooh,
people.
yeah, I agree 100%. I don't know I also feel like I have two accounts, right? So like I have my personal account, which I see a very different thing. I see such a different experience on
Mhm.
my personal account. I see a lot of mom stuff. I see a lot of like cute dogs. A lot of weightlifting. Like I love weightlifting.
Mhm.
So it's so funny because I'll just like or people just doing gymnastics. Like I have this
Mhm.
very weird thing happening over here. And then when I go on my other account, it's pretty much jewelry is what it is. It's
Yeah.
a lot of enamelists actually,
Mhm.
which I'm happy that it is. But then I don't see, like, if I want to see your stuff sometimes, I have to search for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's so catered to jewelry and metals. Maybe because that's all I talk about, you
Mhm.
know, in my home, like they're listening. So
Right.
maybe they're showing me that content because that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing. I don't know. It's just so
Yeah.
interesting to me. That the thing that upsets me is you don't see the people that you want to see. You don't see your friends.
Nope. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
and it's like
also
that on both sides. Like even on my personal account, I still don't see my friends.
yeah.
I see random people lifting heavy weights and people doing gymnastics.
Yeah. It's
Very
wild
cool.
times.
Wild times here for us in social media.
How to navigate it all.
Yeah. And then there's real life.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is real life.
There's real life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marylou, I wanted to ask you, like, so how has California been moving and everything? And you look like you're so like I look like I just moved in, but we just painted this room. So, but you look so cozy over there.
Well, I'm actually cozy right now, and
Yeah.
I'm trying not to move a lot because my jacket is like swishy.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
like, is she hurt?
No. I'm just trying to be mindful of
The
Tiff's
switch.
editing later. But California is great. Last year was pretty rough. it was a really long adjustment period, which I didn't really expect because I'm like from here. But it was like a huge adjustment and it was a huge move. And it took me way longer to settle in than I thought. Like, I thought I was going to be done with my shop in like February 2022. It is February 2023 and it's still not done. There were a lot of reasons outside of my, control, but still. Yeah, last year was kind of rough though. I also went through depression last year. Kind of, I really was not inspired by anything. I didn't want to create anymore, so that was like really rough. But came back to life. And I'm like back now and feeling a lot more inspired and ready to like get into things. And I'm enjoying being here a lot more this year than last year. I think I'm
Good.
not so focused on like I don't know, like just moving. Moving was crazy. Like, and I had so much things and boxes and stuff everywhere, and when things aren't like neat and organized, it drives me wild. So to like kind of live in that chaos for a whole year was really crazy. But I don't know, I mean, things are good. I just got a dog too, so
What's his
that's
name?
nice. It's a girl, her name's Lady. She's fucking crazy, but it's cool. Yeah.
That's the same. I won't tell. I'm like, he's
He
bad.
covered his ears.
Bad boy.
Yeah, but yours is small, mine is ginormous.
Well, he's small right now. He's
Still,
2 months old.
yeah, but mine still acts like she's 2 months old.
Really? How old is she?
Yeah, she is like 14 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better get your shit together, lady.
We are trying. Yeah.
Tiff, are you organized in your shop like Marylou is?
God, no.
No.
I wish. I'll organize and then I destroy it like that same day. And then I'll organize it again, but it won't be like pretty. I hung my wall control too tall. So when I try to hang up stuff, seriously, I'm like this. So I end up kind of just like, yeah, it's on a hook. I did it.
That's so funny.
Yeah. It was actually good talking to you before I even got wall control.
About hanging it too high.
Because I remember you mentioning that and I was like, oh, that's something I need to account for because I'm really short. So yeah.
I'm bringing mine down. Absolutely. It'll help me. I am stretching like tiptoes, trying to get, because you're trying to, try to maximize your space, right?
Yeah.
So you put the hooks on top, like, oh, yeah. And then I'm like, oh God, I can't get the object up there.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, I'm curious. Have you ever made stuff that big? Like the playground that you envision doing? Have you done large scale sculptures like that?
No. Like the biggest thing I've created is a lunchbox. So it's like a lunchbox size. Which I want to do more of those. I want to do a series of one day. I want to do a series of lunchboxes. But that's about as big. I don't see myself getting too much bigger than that. Although I have another idea of I want to make accessories for the spring riders that are at the playground. Like headphones. Like I think that'd be really cute to put, like, to make a spring rider like as me when I was in high school, or
cute,
you know what I'm saying? Like, or a persona of some sort. So like I have ideas, but I don't imagine like the pieces that I make to get much bigger than 12 by 12 inches. I love the idea of small sculptures or things that can like sit on a tabletop. But I need bigger tools to work that big because I can't solder copper that large, right?
That's what I was gonna say, because the bigger you go, the more material you have to use, and then it just gets more complicated.
I need more heat is what I need. So hopefully hopefully soon I'm gonna get a welder and learn how to use that. My friend Marielle told me to get a TIG because a TIG is like writing. She told me that her friend Laura said this, that A TIG is like writing a love letter to steel, where a MIG welder is like using a fire hose. And I loved that because I want to write a love letter.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah, so I think Laura said that, but my friend Marielle told me. So that's what I'm gonna
really excited to see your work to come.
Thanks.
You're one of my favorite artists out there, and I think you're hilarious.
Well, back at you both. Like, seriously, thank you very much for having me today.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope you don't have to do a lot of editing, because I realized after you said that like, then I was like, oh my gosh, I make noises every single time someone's saying. I go,
Oh, don't worry.
No, that's good. That fills in space. But I was like, this, that's awesome.
Oh, no. I hear it. I hear it now. When you go like that.
It's like when you were younger, like corduroys. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah.
Like corduroys were really big in our youth. The whole.
Yep, that's my favorite. Oh my gosh. See, that's a great. Okay, can I tell you one other thing before we leave?
I mean,
okay.
yes.
So my husband snores really loud, and he bought this pillow that's like a triangle, so like he sleeps like upright a little bit more, and it's been so nice because he doesn't snore as bad. But underneath it, I stuck my hand underneath the pillow.
It's ribbed.
It's not ribbed, but do you remember the bottom of your footies had those little dots?
Oh yeah.
It has those little dots underneath.
Wow.
It's the best. I just put my hand underneath the pillow and like it's like a soothing
sensory, yeah.
Yeah, sensory. It's so nice. It just reminds me of like the bottom of my feet when I was a little kid and I had those footies on and was like running around the house. Those little tiny dots on the bottom of your feet. So yes, I do remember the corduroy noise, which reminded me of the dots, and I love that. That's nostalgia, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Well, you are hilarious, I gotta say. Truly, truly fun to hang out and chat. And thank you for staying up for us. And
you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm gonna crash so hard when we.
I know. I'm gonna drink the rest of this and go watch Alone. Not watch Alone TV, but like the show.
Okay.
You guys have a really good night. It was really nice talking to you
too.
So
I know.
Lovely.
And have fun at Workbench Con. I can't wait to see all your posts and pictures.
Thanks.
I'm excited.
All
right, guys. I'll
Have
see you later.
Night.
Bye.
All right. I hope you enjoyed getting to know Emily. She is really, really fun, and I had a great time getting to know her more. And, I always love hanging out with Marylou, so I seize that opportunity whenever possible. If you're going to be at Workbench Con, make sure you swing by the booth and say hello to Cecilia. She'll be in there. Sadly, Jody will not be making it. She actually came down with COVID, so she will not be attending. But go check them out. Check out Cecilia's class. Always use NIGHTCARVER 10 in all caps if you're going to be ordering any burrs. And I don't know, I just can't wait to see you. I'll be running around. I'll definitely be attending one of the classes. And just come say hi if you're there. If you're not already subscribed to the show, make sure that you do so. Join Patreon if you would like. And honestly, just have a great freaking day.